Are you a man with at least 25% body fat and you're looking for a workout plan to ditch the belly and add some lean muscle? If so, I got you covered in today's video, so stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? Rich here, 50 Brotherhood, and in today's video, I'm going to show you a workout routine you can do at home with just dumbbells and just a bench, 4 times a week, 45 minutes, no cardio, no long workouts needed. I'm going to break it down for you. So even though I'm only just showing day 1 here, I'm going to show you all 4 days, and I'm going to tell you to progress this at the end. So make sure you stay tuned. This is going to be very important, especially if you want to get better results weeks and months ahead of time. Now, the very first thing I'm going to say is very important. It's going to take me 30 seconds. It's very important to note. There is no such thing as a perfect fat loss routine. It's all bullshit, because here's why. Any coach that tells you, do this to burn fat, do this, for example, it's all BS, because exercise only makes up 5 to 10% of how many calories we burn in a given day. Now, I want to shift your mindset from burning calories to protecting your muscle in a fat loss phase. Let the nutrition take care of the fat loss, lift weights to protect your muscle, and that's the best thing you can do. And this is why I'm always a believer in strength training for fat loss when you're trying to lose that stubborn belly fat. Now that's out of the way, like I promised, we're gonna dive into it, and I'll tell you exactly how to progress this at the end. And like I said, we have all 4 days. I'm not just doing one, I'm not gonna hold back all 4 days. Very first motion, remember this is at home, just a bench you need in dumbbells. So you even need a bench if you typically don't have one. But it's gonna be a chest press for 3 sets of 8 to 12. Couple key points here. Note the horizontal motion, so it's not like a vertical, it's a horizontal push motion. 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. A typical sweet spot is 6 to 12, but let's say week 1, week 2, I kind of go like a little bit higher. If you're kind of week 3, week 4, which again, I'll tell you how to progress later on, you can do more of an 8 to 12 rep range, and that's a good sweet spot for you to be in. Break time roughly about minute 30, give or take. If you feel like you're not recovered, take longer. If you feel like you are recovered, then go maybe a little bit lower. But typically speaking, if you feel ready to go under a minute 30, it probably is going to challenge yourself a bit more. Calling you out there a little bit. Second one, renegade row. And these motions here, guys, I have a document for you that I'm going to link below. So if you want to see how to do these movements, just grab the document below. I want to try to save your time here. I'd rather talk through than demo the whole time. So renegade row is basically a high plank position. You're just kind of pulling back and forth in a rowing type motion. 3 sets, 8 to 12, great for the core, great for the upper back. Next one is the incline press. So a little more like a vertical pushing motion now. And just get more of the upper part of the chest, which complements the actual chest press nicely. If you don't have a bench, you can just do a straight press overhead, that's fine. 1 arm row, a little more for strength now compared to the renegade row, which is a little more core. Just gonna kind of pull right through. You guys know the drill here. Again, if you want the demo, just grab it below. And now we're gonna start getting into some arms work, and this is gonna be triceps. So you'll see day 3 is gonna be more biceps, but for day 1, we're gonna focus on triceps for 6 sets. The first 3 sets is a skull crusher, and the next 3 is a tricep pullover, and it pairs very well, and it's gonna really get that long head, that big beefy part of the tricep. So it's gonna make motions you definitely wanna do. And again, check in a link below. But this is basically day 1 for you, and I want you to do this on the Monday. It's about 18 sets. And if you feel like it's too much, go a little bit lower. If you feel okay, you can add a set or so. But 18 sets is a pretty good sweet spot, especially this week 1. And even we progress it over time with different movements and more intensity, which I'll explain later. But this is day 1. Let's get to lower body for day 2 now. Day 2, lower body we're getting into now. Hope you guys are ready. So the first motion we're going to do is a suitcase squat, basically 2 dumbbells squatting up and down. And the benefit of this is it's good for the quads and glutes, and we're gonna do 3 sets of 8 to 12 with a minute 30 break, and we're making sure we're getting some sort of squat pattern down for our first rep. The second one we're gonna do is a single hip bridge. This is for the glutes, and a lot of guys just neglect their glutes, and this is gonna lead to knee pain, back pain. We just don't get strong. Get that ass strong, I'm telling you. Ladies love it as well. So we're gonna do 3 sets of 8 to 12 per side for the single hip bridge. The third we're gonna do is some sort of lunge variation. I know lunges suck to do, but they gotta be done. 3 sets, 8 to 12 per side. And again, the theme here you notice, there's a lot of glutes we program, especially the first couple weeks, because a lot of guys, just like I said, you just don't train their glutes enough, and that's what leads to issues. The fourth one's gonna be sumo deadlift. So sumo, we're a little bit wider here. The reason we do this is get a little more of their inner thighs. Because a lot of motions, right, it's like straight down. We don't really get too wide of their body. Once again, it leads to imbalances, lead to issues. So we want to make sure we're hitting all different targets of the muscle. And this is going to be the hamstrings, glutes, and the inner thighs for the sumo deadlift. And now after these 12 sets, which we call our compound staple movements, we get into some accessory movements. And today's theme is quads, since we did a lot of glutes up here. Bodyweight leg extensions, if you've never done them before, check them down below. It's such a good exercise. It kills the quads, and it's great if you have knee pain as well. And the last one would be a wall sit. I'm sure you guys know a wall sit by now. Just do 3 sets, 30 to 45 seconds. If it's too easy for you, bring the feet in, or just add a weight on your lap. It makes it a little harder. This is day 2. We're going to get to day 3 now for upper body coming up here, and then we'll tell you progressive after day 4, lower, so stay tuned. Okay, we're back to upper body. So remember, ideally you did upper body Monday, lower body Tuesday. You took Wednesday off to give your body a chance to recover, maybe a nice long walk. Now we're doing different movements for upper body part 2. So you're going to notice they're pretty similar, but instead of now a chest press, we're going to do push-ups for 3 to 8 to 12, but if you can do more, definitely go for more than 8 to 12, of course. You can always add weight if you need to. Second one's gonna be supine in a row. So supine just means like kind of palm this way when you pull in. Typically speaking, it's tighter to the body. You'll get more lats that way. You do 3 sets of 8 to 12, and remember, it's kind of very similar to the renegade row, but we're just kind of changing the angles up a little bit for the muscle. Number 3, chest fly, 3 sets 8 to 12. So now we're gonna try to get that the chest in a stretch position a bit more, which complements the push-up and the chest press nicely from the previous workouts. Reverse flies as well. This is great for the mid, back, and the back of shoulders. Again, a lot of motion we do is tight, which is like very lat dominant. It's going to get outside the body to get the back of shoulders, get the mid back, even a little bit of the upper back as well. Once we're done these compound staple 4 movements, we're going to do, like I said, I got you covered. We got biceps for the next 6. Seated curls, you're going to sit in a bench or a chair. You're just going to curl back and forth, very straightforward. Again, it's very, sorry, I forgot to switch this 30-45 seconds, but bear with me there. 8 to 12, the same thing. But 3 sets of 8 to 12, the seated curls kind of sitting on the bench. And then 3 sets of 8 to 12 for the hammer curls. My writing's horrible, I apologize. Hammer curls, main difference, guys, between this and a regular curl. You basically get a little more of the outside part of the bicep. We're doing a hammer curl. We're doing a typical curl. It's just your standard bicep. But basically, the hammers get more of the brachialis, and that's what the difference is. And this is going to be, again, just 18 sets. The volume's low. We try to keep it 45 minutes. That's the best bang for the buck. That was sustainable, and you're not going to burn yourself out at the same time. This is day 3 upper body. Let's get a day 4 lower body, and then I'll tell you how to progress it, which is the cool and the most fun part. So stay tuned. All right, guys, let's break it down. My writing gets progressively worse. I apologize. Let's break it down quickly, and I'll take you through how to progress it, which is going to leave you with sustainable results over the course of months and even your life. So first one, goblet squats. Hold in front, a little more core loaded. 3 sets, 8 to 12. Again, same thing, maybe 30 break, give or take. We don't get 2 exact with breaks in our Fit Feature Brotherhood program. Number 2, lateral step downs. Basically, you're gonna get chair or step, not chair, so I guess step or something. You're basically gonna tap down, come back up. It's great for the glutes, great for the knee, great for the quads. It teaches you how to control the motion, but still getting the glutes and quads activated at the same time. 3 sets, 8 to 12. If you struggle with balance, this is something you definitely want to do, so it's very important. Remaining dead, so 3 sets. Same thing, 8 to 12. Now remember before the sumos for the inner thighs. Now we're getting more of the hamstrings and the glutes, the Romanians. 4 lunge, so we're gonna do, instead of reverse lunges, which we did on Tuesday, you're gonna do 3 sets, 8 to 12 going forward now, which typically is a little more quad dominant just because of that upright torso angle. Now we're gonna do more hamstring stuff. So remember we did the quad step on Tuesday? We're gonna do a hamstring walkout. Again, if you don't know what it is, description below, you'll see it, just grab it, super simple. 3 sets of 8 to 12, it's a great move to do, it's a body weight movement, definitely check that out. And then reverse plank. Now this one seems easy, but it's killer. You're gonna do 3 sets of, you're gonna hold here, sorry. It's always the last exercise that screws me up. At 30 seconds, you're gonna hold for, ideally. So once again, 18 sets, and that's basically your week number 1. But now most importantly, I'm gonna tell you the best way I found in terms of progressive movements for you going forward. So the first 4, let me get another marker, 1 sec. The first 4 exercises of each workout, I want you to progress them basically. So you're gonna do these 4 movements for, of each workout. So Monday the first 4, Tuesday the first 4, Thursday the first 4, and Friday these 4. You're gonna do these 4 movements for at least 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, 6 weeks ideally. And what I want you to do is you're gonna add weight ideally every single time. So let's say you did 3 sets of 12 reps with like a 50-pound goblet squat. Maybe the next week you do a 55-pound goblet squat for 10 reps. The week after is 60 pounds for 8 reps. The week after, you see what I'm trying to say there? We're trying to progress these 4 movements. Fumbling here, you can tell I'm a Bills fan. So you're trying to progress these movements over the course of 6 weeks and you're trying to get stronger and better. And there's a reason why we do this. You don't want to change things up every single workout because you just don't know if you're getting stronger. You're not going to see results and you're not going to get better at the movements. So get better and master these 4 movements, and I'll tell you exactly how you can switch it in just a few minutes here. And in these last 2 movements of each workout, we call them accessory lifts, and you can switch these around every single time for a bit of variety, excuse me. So notice on the last Monday, we did like the tricep stuff. Maybe you want to do more lateral raises or just switch up the tricep movement, or here instead of like a hamstring walkout, maybe do something called like a Nordic curl. Again, you can feel free to Google that or just DM me. A reverse plank, maybe like a typical, just a normal plank. So you can switch these two movements up basically every single week, or every single workout. But these four, you want to make sure you're doing it for at least 4 weeks. And in the home program, we have home and gym. We typically recommend do this for about 6 weeks. Now, once the 6 weeks are done, let's say you got up to like 80 pounds for 6 to 8 reps, you're killing in the goblet squats. The first 4 movements, you want to kind of replicate what you're doing very similarly. So instead of like a goblet squat, maybe you want to do like a front squat. Maybe instead of a lateral step down, we're doing like a frontal plane lunge. Maybe instead of Romanian deadlift, we're doing like a hip bridge. Maybe instead of like a forward lunge, we're doing a Bulgarian split squat. So do you see what I mean there? You want to kind of make sure these movements are pretty similar, but you're just changing things up a little bit. That way you're changing the angle up a little bit, and you're just not doing the same thing over and over again. And don't get me wrong, if you're still making like good strength gains after 6 weeks, you can keep going these 4 movements, but what I found with our members, they kind of like changing things up for 6 weeks. It gets a little stale for them, and they typically kind of plateau in that 6 maybe to 8 week range. So we kind of change things up for 6 weeks. That way there's more variety for them, and it keeps it a little more fresh. But at the same time, we change these 2 movements up because, like I said, it just kind of gives it a little more newness to the workouts. So hope that helped. Hopefully this is what you're looking for. Just note again, like I said, no matter how much you work out, you're not going to burn your belly. What this is going to do basically is going to help you get strong and protect your muscle. You supplement that and you couple that with obviously nutrition, the right protein, your sleep. That's how you ditch the belly. That's how you lose your body fat. That's how you get strong. That's how you add muscle. Okay, so just note that. And if you found this video helpful, I'll link a video how to lose love handles in the card up below. Hopefully I time it right to YouTube. And if you liked it, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. And I really appreciate you sharing this video. We'll talk soon.